Thank you very much, Dr. Tunui, and good morning. Yes, I'd like to say thank you very much for this opportunity to attend the Expanding Awareness and Understanding on Biocontrol in Africa. The convener of the African Biocontrol Consortium, Dr. Willie Tunui, the Director General of the National Biosafety Management Agency, Dr. Agnes Yemisi Asagbra, the representative from Gene Convene, Mr. Alex Sullivan, scientists from various institutions represented here, and media leaders, editors, and reporters from across Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Yes, it's my pleasure to be here. I'd like to begin by saying thank you to the conveners for arranging this important meeting. It has been a journey of imparting and sharing knowledge between journalists and scientists. It began, as Dr. Tunui said, with a GMO 101 course in Nairobi, where journalists were taught on the basics of reporting GMO. We then moved to Arusha, where the session expanded to bring on board editors from the Eastern Africa region. And we are now here today in the West Africa region, and we look forward to an enriching 3-day conference with participants in this region. Kenya Editors Guild seeks to promote professionalism and excellence in journalism. As gatekeepers, we are interested in factual reporting on matters of public interest. KEG is focused on enhancing professional standards in media in Kenya and beyond, developing capacity, and providing opportunities for reporters to excel in their reportage, to serve their people, to listen, and get viewers from a perspective of knowledge. As the foremost editor society in Kenya, it's our mandate to look out for and intervene for journalism sector through promoting a conducive working environment, as well as opportunities for reporters and editors to excel in journalism. We do this in the following ways: through membership development. It is a membership association whose members are senior editors in the newsrooms, and also some have moved to academia. So we use our convening power to convene forums that would allow for discussions that promote democracy, press club luncheons and thought leadership sessions to allow policymakers to come on board and communicate key policy decisions that they have made and how those decisions are impacting Kenyans. We also organize an annual convention at the end of November each year, and that is aimed at introspection to help the editors to look at how they have done their role, as the fourth estate. How have they done their role throughout the year? Are there some misses? Have they done great work throughout the year? Have they messed up with their roles? So that is usually the aim of the convention. And we use it to introspect and look at issues that shaped journalism the whole year. We also have a moment to communicate with communities so that we are not just talking to ourselves. So in the community forums, we get out to take the media to the people through town hall sessions. In the past 3 months or so, Kenya has been at an inflection point where the young generation, whom we call the Gen Zs, took to the streets, to protest at poor governance and poor leadership and largesse by the executive or those in power. So one of the things that we hope to do is to convene town hall sessions so that we try to bring some sort of, should we say, sanity, or try to bring a calm, try to bring people on the table so that they speak. Fine, they have made a statement on the streets, so now they've been included. So we would like to convene those forums so that we encourage dialogue. We also have a policy research and advocacy wing where we look out for safety issues for journalists. We look out for a conducive working environment for journalists and call out anyone that stands in the way of safety of journalists and independent media. Key among those are the police, who have been harassing journalists in the line of duty. Instead of dealing with the issue, they deal with the messenger. So we also took to the streets last month just to say that journalists should be allowed to do their work safety. And all this work is overseen at a secretariat, which I heard. It is a young unit, so we are trying to grow it through building capacity. Excellent reportage must go beyond reporting who said what and move to the basic tenets of science that have been proven. Reporters and editors indeed must learn to interrogate articles, reports, government documents, which will add value to their story through provision of data and policy. We must look beyond single sourcing to help viewers to understand the story. The matter of genetic biocontrol in Africa is a matter of public interest. What is the nexus between genetic biocontrol and genetically modified organisms? That subject raised eyebrows in Kenya when the president of Kenya issued a directive to lift the ban on importation of GMOs. The rationale given that time was that GMOs will meet the food deficit and alleviate the escalation of cost of living. That topic continues to elicit debate today. This workshop on communicating the uncertainties associated with emerging biotechnologies could not have come at a better time of renewed deployment of technologies in Africa. Emerging biotechnologies are biotechnologies that are still in the research phase. This means they are a work in progress. More research is still being done. Emerging biotechnologies are being processed for public good, and journalism also exists for public good. Therefore, this presents an opportunity for alignment with the center of interest being serving the public good. How can we find an opportunity, a nexus between the production of emerging biotechnologies and the way in which they are being reported in media? There are many sectors of specialization in journalism, and this is one of them. Now, I'm glad that we have reporters in West Africa that have dedicated their role, to be reporters in the area of science specialization. It is increasingly becoming important, and we need to pay more attention to it and provide more resources to it. Therefore, we are glad for institutions such as the Consortium and GENE convene for allocating resources to ensure that communication and awareness building is done. This gathering remains important as it will enable scientists in the room help to connect or link or differentiate between the issues that we'll be speaking about. As journalists, our role is to communicate science, and it must be based on accuracy and truth. How best do we collaborate with scientists in the room, the agricultural research institutions at home, the biosafety institutions back home? While a lot of research goes on, in these national institutions, there seem to be an information and communication gap. How do we close these gaps? We hope that at the end of the 3 days, we will have made key resolutions on how best to increase awareness and to increase deployment of the work that is being done by the scientists in their various institutions. Our reporting should endeavor to make us better professionals and to serve our audiences right. In this day and age of fake news, verification of information acts as a second layer of defense against incorrect information, but also to help our audiences to better understand genetic biocontrol in Africa. This gospel of misinformation and fake news is a gospel that we must endeavor to preach in every meeting that we attend as journalists. It will help us to ensure that at the back of our mind, we cannot publish until we have verified, so that we do not join the bandwagon of those that belong in the category of purveyors of fake news. It is my hope that by the end of the 3-day workshop, we shall have interacted and helped each other to better understand terminologies in this technical area. The beauty of technology is in its application. How then do we apply the emerging technologies, and how are they helping to impact people in their various communities? Journalists must always endeavor to convey issues in public interest and must endeavor to communicate simply in a way in which the general population and the masses will understand. We also hope that through the interaction with scientists, we will learn to continuously simplify their research as they work, as they communicate it. From this training, we hope that a vibrant ecosystem will be formed where journalists and researchers freely share information, where researchers call upon journalists in the newsroom to tell them of the groundbreaking work that they are doing in their laboratories at an early stage, and involve more people as their work gets going. Journalists kindly get to know the researchers in the room, speak to a researcher about their work, establish a new connection in this meeting today. Right? As journalists, we must be bold and must be truthful and must be trustworthy in our facts. Reporting on biotechnology remains a difficult subject, so we can make it easier through humanizing and putting people at the center. How are they being impacted by the new technologies that are coming up? Since our end goal of the technology is application, let us endeavor to report on how technologies impact people in Africa. As we do this, we are cognizant that media has been disrupted and media sustainability remains a key issue. Let us remain supportive to one another in the region. Currently, Kenya is developing a strategy to ensure that media sustainability is factored in. We're trying to develop a law, we're trying to influence a policy on media sustainability so that in these disruptive times, I don't know whether media is disrupted in your country, first of all. Maybe by a show of hands. Is media undergoing stress here in Nigeria, or is it in Kenya only? Okay, raise your hand. Yeah, it is. Yes, it's a big problem. In Kenya right now, 300 journalists have already been issued with a vacate notice because of the difficulties facing media right now. There's little resources, newspaper revenues have gone down, and that's why we are trying to influence a policy on media sustainability. We hope that this will be anchored in law before the current parliament is dissolved, and we really hope that more and more partners will come on board to support our endeavor of building a port where resources can be put so that the independent work of journalists can go on. So that is something that's in the work for us, and we really hope that more people will come on board. Finally, we believe the training will add value and critical knowledge for science reporters in order to enhance better understanding of science. Continuous reporting to promote quality and ethical reporting should be enabled for all journalists. It's my hope that at the end of the 3 days, we shall expand awareness and understanding of genetic biocontrol in Africa. It will enable us promote understanding of the application of technologies and improve our reportage of the outcomes of technologies. I thank you.